Hello, it's Mr. Wrestling Fan on 3, and today I'm going to talk about Bound for Glory. It was last night, October 16th. It was an alright card. Sometimes they messed up, some botches and everything. So, let's talk about the whole card. There was 9 matches on the card, so let's start with the first match. Well, I didn't watch the first match. It was Mexican America versus Inc. Inc. was a pretty good start for the show. And it was a pretty good match. Saw some botches in there. It was kind of short to me. It was kind of short in my opinion. They could have added way more. They could have added way more in that match to me. I thought Inc. should have won that match, not Mexican America. I think they're a crappy tag team. So, I really don't like Mexican America. So, TNA should bring back Homicide. So that's my opinion. I don't like Mexican America. So that's my opinion. And let's start with number 2. This is the first match of the night. I think this was match of the night to me, or the RVD and Jerry Lynn match. But now it's Austin Aries versus Brian Kendrick for the X Division Championship. It was a great match. No horrible botches or anything. They had a great match, high flying. Great match. It was a great match. It was kind of like a ROH and Dragon Gate type of match to me. Because it was like a powerhouse and a hype against a hybrid, high flying guy. Actually, Austin Aries the hybrid and Brian Kendrick is like a high flying type of guy. So I like them type of matches, and for Bound for Glory, they're the only guys that put their those are the only guys that put their butt on the line. Those are the only 2 guys that stole the whole show. People thought that Kurt Angle or somebody was gonna steal the show, but they didn't. So, I really like that match for the show. I think that was match of the night, or the third match in the card. But I think that was a great match with Austin Aries versus Brian Kendrick. I'm glad that Austin Aries won, and it was a really great match. That was pretty exciting match. And I start with the third match of the night. I'm sorry for that. Let's start with the third match of the night. Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam and the Metal Mayhem match. It was a great match. That's probably the second match of the night. I really like that match with RVD and Jerry Lynn. I enjoyed the match. It was a whole lot of botches still. It was a whole lot of botches when Jerry Lynn was like, he did that flip and then tried to slam RVD in a ladder match and on the ladder. That was kind of cool. So people love when when they slam somebody and then kick or punch somebody, they hear an impact, and they'll make like a oh type of comment because it sounds because of the because the sound effects when they hit each other in the head, like the type of indie wrestling type when they kick each other. So it was a pretty good match with RVD versus Jerry Lynn. It was a great start for the third match, legend versus legend. But I saw way better matches from them from the last one. I think it was Slammiversary, but or Turning Point. I'm not that big of a TNA fan. The reason why I'm doing this one because this is like TNA's WrestleMania type of pay-per-view. So I was kind of interested to see TNA's pay-per-view. So it was a great match of RVD versus Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn and him had legendary matches over the years. Back in ECW, that's when they had their best matches ever. I think the history between RVD and Jerry Lynn, I think they'll go pretty far. So I'm excited to see what happens next week. Actually, this Thursday for TNA Impact Wrestling. So it was a great match. So I look forward to seeing them. Fighting an Extreme Rules match or slam them into tables or anything. I'll be so excited to watch that. And then RVD won with the trademark Terminator. I think he stole that move from Shane McMahon to me, because I always see Shane McMahon do them type of moves. So it was a great match. That was the second match of the night. Now let's talk about Samoa Joe versus Matt Morgan versus Crimson. A great match. You know, I enjoyed that match. It was a great match. I forgot who won the match, but I remember it was a pretty good match. Samoa Joe was doing some pretty good moves in there. It was a great match. So, I didn't watch it that much. I wasn't that interested, but when I be listening to the tweets, I remember they said that wow, Samoa Joe was killing himself out there and stuff. So, I just didn't want to watch that match for some reason. So, I just started tweeting. I didn't even pay attention to the match. So, let's go with number 5. The fifth match of the night was Velvet Sky versus Winter versus Mickey James. It was a great match. I enjoyed the match, even though Velvet Sky's a new champion. To me, I think Velvet Sky doesn't know how to wrestle that good. That's my opinion. Some of the divas, in my opinion, don't wrestle that good, in my opinion. So, the only girls that I think could wrestle good is, Melina or all them people. People think that the women's division is the worst division, but sometimes they could wrestle better than the men. They had this I forgot what this company was called, the women's WSU. They had a match for the women's title, WSU title, and people are calling it match of the year. So I gotta check that out again to see if that's match of the year for 2011. There are so many great matches this year, like Davey versus Eddie Edwards and everything. So it was a great match for Velvet Sky and one of the best performances of her career. So I was proud that she won the match. Okay, let's talk about I'm gonna skip through the matches. I'm gonna talk about Sting versus Hulk Hogan. It was a great match. Sting won. Sting tapped Hulk Hogan out via Scorpion Deathlock. I love that Scorpion Deathlock. Everybody uses that all the time. That's Sting's trademark. So I haven't seen that move in a long time. So I was happy to see Sting win that match. But this is the main event. Here we go. This is the main event, and this is half the reason why I hate this card. Is because of Robert Roode versus Kurt Angle. I hated how this ended up. I'm so mad. I'm so mad, man. So I'm mad that Kurt Angle lost the match, and I'm so mad that Robert Roode lost the match, and I'm just so mad that Robert Roode lost. Everybody saying F you and stuff on the saying that telling TNA F you and stuff, and I kind of hate that, but that just happens sometimes. Sometimes TNA gives the legends a whole lot of props more than the younger guys all the time, and they do that to AJ Styles. That's the only guy that gets much of the credit in TNA. TNA needs to give him more chances, and that this is a video for TNA Bound for Glory yesterday, October 16th, and I am out. I'm gonna do a video today or tomorrow for WWE. So, and this Mr. Wrestling Fan 03 signing out. Subscribe to me and follow me on Twitter. Peace.